Alright, welcome back to After Hours Gaming League, Week 5. It's the match between Microsoft and BlackBerry, and this is game 6 of 5. You're probably wondering, how can you get a game 6 of 5? Well, the answer is quite simple. The After Hours Gaming League is a for-fun tournament, not a for-win tournament. Microsoft got the win. Great job, well played. But there's enough fun to share, and there's enough fun to keep going. And so we're going to keep going with that fun in this game here. The bonus game, which is a 3v3. All the people who still had time to play and have fun just kept at it. And of course 3v3s are, and 4v4s are great fun because no one takes them seriously. I at least am adamant that you should not take them seriously. It's just fun. And that is what we want from the AHGL. Almost makes me wish that these games counted. I hope that doesn't hint at the results. 7 Roach Rush into Swarm Host. The classic build of, no, I don't care about winning. I cannot imagine it really working anywhere. But, hey, it's fun. Reapers into Ghosts with Proxy Oracle. You can tell, Team BlackBerry, they know that fun, to get the fun fastest, to get the fun out there, you need to build the fun and send it to the opponent's base at the start of the game. None of this macro stuff, none of this investing for later fun. You can get your fun rolling from the start. Players from Team Microsoft, we have Snarfit, Zerg player, Imagination, who wasn't actually in the scoring lineup. He's just a fun guy, apparently. And Singha versus Mob, also not officially in the scoring lineup. He's just a fun guy. Demosthenes and Ace Al as our BlackBerry fans. And we've got a scout from Singha already. It's almost like he knows there might be something up, or he knows that it's just really hard to wall this off. This is actually a 4v4 map. Demosthenes scout as well. Must have. There we go. We missed it. Let's go back and see it. Technically, I do this in all my serious games, but it's more of a fun move than anything. That scouting probe is so important to the Protoss early game. Getting that kill is a morale boost. It's first blood. It denies their mind share of having the pylons out. I'd almost say we won the game right there. That is pivotal. And the fact that it's not a 1v1 means that there's still 2 other players who are not filled with despair that we'll have to worry about. But yeah, great opening. And here, of course, we've got the Proxy Oracle ready to go. Where's the Reapers? Reapers coming on out yet? There he is. And you know, it's gotta be a winning combination. Reaper, Roach, Oracle, Harass. Let's see what it can do. Now, the relatively conservative builds from the defending Microsoft players do have a chance. They weren't going all in greedy because you just die to a 666 pool if you do that in 3v3s. I have died to 666 pool before. It's quite sad. And the Reaper was spotted when I killed that probe, but at least it guarantees 1 worker kill. Reaper's coming up. There's the Proxy Stargate. There are the 7 Roaches. Wow, the 7 Roach Rush timing is actually nowhere near as close as I thought it was to the Reaper timing. Mothership Core out well in time. I guess we get scouting information. Know exactly where to place the Roaches and Oracles as they come out. The Reaper is just the vanguard. Probably probe. Scouting it there. Worried about proxy pylons. Unfortunately, Microsoft, by taking the 3v3 somewhat seriously, probably out-metagamed us. You know, on ladder, this works because if no one's taking it seriously, then they can't do a real follow-up. But the Reaper's gone, the Roaches have probably been spotted, Oracle's massing up. What can we do? Well, might be able to deny that Nexus. No? No, there's Stalkers. See how good the Stalker micro is. Well, he gets out of there alive. Here come the Roaches trickling in. And only now does it occur to me that, if 7 Roaches is just too much for one player to normally handle, what if there are 2? And now there's 2 Militia Cores, and a Giant Cannon, and a Stalker. Those guys, yeah, it sucks to be a Roach in this game. Plus the Stalkers of Imagination that are really bold and then decide not to even attack. But yeah, I think they've got this. Even denying that barely defended Nexus isn't going to happen. You can't cast Photon Overcharge on your allies' Nexus. So that means that Singha is out of mana and cannot summon the Giant Cannon Golem. But he doesn't need it, so never mind. The Oracles, did I miss those? Where are the Oracles? Yep, I missed them. We've got probably not that much probe damage either. Oh, well, the triple cheese, the triple fail, but it put them on the back foot, and I forget which game it was, but I think it was week 4, game 2. There was a Gardener versus a Protoss, where a bit of early aggression just sits back and controls in their base. If you can just win that mind game, the fact that the Zerglings are pouring in means no, that's not happening, but, well, one can always hope. Spine Crawler, a bit too late. Spine Crawler here, trying to wall in the mineral line. Interesting idea, but that drone will be stuck there for the next 10 minutes. And yeah, there's too many Zerglings here. Snarfik's got a nice surround. His allies pairing for the big gateway unit push. And here we have the siege tank deployed against Zerglings. Oh, it's just like the campaign challenges. And now Zergling's getting a nice round on the drone. That's going to cause a lot of damage. But hey, it's the defensive Oracle coming back. Zergling's in the SCV line on hold position. Actually not doing that much damage. Have to retreat because there are several guys worth of troops here. While this is going on, other side, Protoss coming in with their nice death balls. Very small death balls. But you don't need much. You don't need much. You just need enough to cause death. And they've got plenty of Stalkers, a Void Ray, Sentry. That's probably going to be enough to push it back, but they don't have detection. So Swarm Hosts are technically invulnerable. Let's see if they do any damage. Gateway push coming down here. You can see Asao going all in on one base Swarm Host. Now, I actually have been working on my one base Swarm Host, but it's still not quite viable. Mob, Void Rays, you may be able to get something out of that Stargate, but just too many Stalkers here from Imagination. He's got the forward pylon and everything. Much for this conservative forward pylon placement from Singha, but they have a lot of tolerance and room for error here. Stalkers running right up to the siege tank. That's bold. And Singha's Oracle, after killing all the SCVs, is going to take out the orbital command, and that's bold. Here we go. It's the Swarm Hosts to the rescue, we hope. Still no detection, actually, for anyone on Team Microsoft at this battle. We've just got Zerglings, we've got Stalkers, and we've got Locusts. So, I mean, we're guaranteed to win, right? Just nothing they can do. But I think they'll think of something. Oh, Snarfik getting up a Nidus Worm, and there's the detection. Okay, now Microsoft has won. Let's not give up too early. Nidus Worm coming out here should allow him to reinforce really fast. Fun fact, the Nidus Worm output rate is per unit fixed, so using it for Zerglings, really slow. Really inefficient. If you've got a lot of Zerglings, it is faster to run across the map than to try and go through a Nidus Worm. Oh, and the whole position's not doing much, but the Siege Tank Splash, that's a killer. Oh, and here we got turtled whoever said Swarm Hosts weren't good for defense, you just turtle with your mineral line blocked off by crawlers, and you send locusts out at the enemy army. And that is defense. That's probably unbreakable compared to all of my allies that I'm giving up helping to have that awesome defense. Might not be long-term the correct strategic direction, but we're going to work on it. Here we go. We seem to have actually pushed back much of the enemy units. That Oracle almost did get the orbital command, perhaps. It's going to be hard to defeat with just Swarm Hosts. Nidus Worms still pumping out Zerglings. And that drone is finally free! Never mind. And Banelings galore. I actually think the Banelings are a great unit in team games. There's just so much more you can splash on. But, Locusts. Don't want to waste Banelings on Locusts. Finally getting the Enduring Locust upgrade. That's another problem with one-base Baneling, one-base Swarm Host. In case you didn't notice problems. Ooh. Banelings against Protoss. Whatever works. And yeah, we're really on the back foot. Demosthenes, barely a mining base. Mob, his main is in pieces. Expansion is still working alright, but how long will that last? Imagination bringing up the Immortal, the ultimate in destroying non-Swarm Host stack defense. And yeah, that's just solid play back here while we're on the back foot defensive. We're up to 4 bases for Singha. Imagination has been going a little all in, but the 3 bases for Snarfik, another Nidus Worm just to ease the rallying of units. I love doing that. But with Zerglings, they would be faster to run across the map. Really. Okay, Imagination has found the expand. Very little economy left for Mob. Very little economy for Demosthenes, but that's been a long time coming. And of course, secure in his spiny armor. That is the entire base for Acel. Actually not doing too bad. The Zerglings all stopping the spine crawlers and then getting shot up by locusts. You know, I think this defense is worth working on when you don't have allies who are desperately crying for help. So Imagination just not engaging the Swarm Host, and now about to take out Demosthenes. GG's to his allies, and then to the people who actually want to hear it. And yeah, we're probably lost at this point. We do have the classic ninja expansion. Whoops! That alt chat is a real killer. You know, maybe... I mean, in League of Legends they disable alt chat, presumably just because too many people were giving away the team strategy. They might need something like that here in StarCraft. Ooh, Banelings versus Locusts. They are light. They do have few hit points. It apparently only takes 2 Baneling hits to take out a full wave of Locusts. And that's pretty good, but you just spent 50 gas on free units, so consider that. And now we have the Swarm Host lines from Snarfik beginning to develop. Crawler Swarm Host, pushing on the Crawler Swarm Host from A-Styles and Trenched Army. Let's see how it goes. Just massive waves of free units crashing against each other. Oh, and there's the Zerglings trying to get into the mineral line. They're still having a hard time aggroing on the drones. The spine crawlers, just too much attack there. And drones and locusts follow up. Really good against the Zerglings. We'll see how the locust on locust battle goes. Currently I have more locusts, but they have upgrades. And they have a better rally point. Come on, guys. There we go. Protection for both sides. Zerglings versus locusts. Wow, those just melt. And the Zerglings aren't actually free, no matter how much they look like it. In the meantime, where there's no defense from the Swarm Hosts, the main base of Mob is destroyed. Demosthenes is very little. He'll probably get crushed here, but the Siege Tank has a chance. There we go. The one tank. Oh, forward blink. Never mind. Demosthenes is GG. Ninja base getting up there. Starting to rebuild his tech. And of course, just endless waves of Locust versus Locust. Building up defensive walls. It's just like Dota. All those free units. All I need is a hero with some sort of AoE attack. And I can start pushing his spines. Ah, Demosthenes has it. What does Demosthenes have? No units. and just the floating structures you see. But that was some pretty cool starboard dancing, so maybe it will convince them. Ooh, nice spin. There we go. Demosthenes, he did his best to win the dance-off, but despite his opponent just didn't want to play that game. Instead, they're playing StarCraft. Swarm Host on Swarm Host. Snarfix Swarm Host numbers are up. He's got the Banelings for whenever he really wants to start pushing that center lane. Protection. Actually, where's Snarfix Overseer? He might actually have to hit the lair instead. Here they come. They can morph. And there we go. Locust on Locust. He still has the upgrade advantage. And the tower advantage. There you go. Push down my tower. We're in trouble. And the hero's not actually as effective as you'd think. Almost pushed the tower, but no. And now with the supporting Protoss army, it's probably over. We have Locusts versus Locusts in the choke point of the extractor. But Imagination isn't playing that game. He's just destroying buildings. I'd call it BM, but, well, that's fun enough. And there we go. Yes, Imagination had a tower spotting that. Not the most ninja of ninja bases, and I think you can foretell the prophecy of the game ending now. There go, the final Swarm Hosts. Unfortunately, they can't shoot up, can't snipe the Observer. The campaign gave me unrealistic expectations. Everything depends on this base. Has it been scouted yet? Let's just assume so. And those Stalkers can probably take it, but he's bringing everything. We can't stop fun. Mom, he can do it. He's got the gold base that has tons of resources. He can get lots of minerals really fast. He only has 100, of course, but... No, it's Probes versus Colossus time, and that's when you really know it's over. And that was it. Game 6 of Microsoft versus BlackBerry. Team Microsoft wins again. This time in a hilarious 3v3 that shows you can play seriously, and that does beat not playing seriously. I don't know why I needed to have that explained to me in team games, but apparently I did. And stay tuned, because there is a game 7 of 5, because we are not constrained by reality.